We are in our discussion with provisioning yesterday, right? So let's little bit give a brief about what is provisioning. So basically in Saviynt Right, whether it is Saviynt or SellPoint, irrespective of any tool, if you wanted to cover up your lifecycle management right. So if you consider this is, like whole lifecycle management of user. So user is getting onboarded to the company, right? On the day one and the user perform the activity or he is going to join some of the project right? And the user is getting promoted in some time. And in the day out right? The user is leaving the company. So this is all about, like lifecycle of a user's right. So to cover of everything, right? The user is getting onboarded to the company or user is leaving to the company, right? And user is getting promoted right? Means the user is getting some updation. When he called about like promoted the user job code description or job code right? The job code. It is getting changed to a new value. Let's say I know for the job code as an engineer it is 0030 and for a manager it is 0050. So the job code will be changed for the user right. So again it is called as a update right. So it's inserting a new record like creating the user account and updating the user and disabling, deleting the user. So all this terminology right? It is cover under your provisioning activity provision, or we call it as a what happened? The provision. Okay. So this is cool provision or deprivation. So this provision and deprivation and updating the user, everything it is coming under your one job, that is WS retry. So WS retry job is responsible to process all your tasks. So what? This WS retry job it is getting right. This job in back-end code. They have written the code actually to do the functionality. So if you open the WS retry job right. Go to the job control panel and go to the utility. In the utility if you scroll down. Right. Click on this WS retry right. And click on Start. So you see a lot of option. Fast type. If you want to process a new account right. So whenever a fresh account, it is getting onboarded right when the user is getting onboarded back, then it will be called as a new account. So for a new account in back end there will be different code written. So this is already hosted, right? So you are seeing this WS retry job in back end. That is, a number of code which is executing. So different method we have for a new account creation. We have a different code right that is written and similar to, like for removing account and update user, update account right. So, disabling account, create entitlement update and then so I'll come to the entitlement part later. Okay, so just focus now on the account part. Now only so updating and update user. So these are the sum of the information, or these are the sum of the methods available. Under your WS retry job. So this WS retry job. It is responsible for processing your task. So how the task is generating we talk about right. Let's say, I have my HRMA system here. Which is nothing but you. Your database. What is your database name here? JDBC. Underscore app inside that we have. Import. Underscore user table. So here the HRR, onboarding the user. So we have so many user here. Let's say, one of the user is ABC. So this user is coming to your save and grow. Your user import right. Or we call it as a trusted reconciliation. So through the trusted reconciliation. Okay, you can see. Listen. Through this trusted reconciliation. This ABC user is coming to you. Save it from here. If I want to create the user account in a managed application or like a target application, let's say the target application database. Let's say something XYZ database right. If I wanted to create a target. If I want to create this ABC user in this target application right XYZ. So again, another picture will come to this thing like a connector right. So this piece of connector adult. We have to provide information. In which target application I am trying to create the account and all this target application details, like your target application. Login credential, which involve your username, password, your URL. What is the URL of this application and what type of drive it use? Okay, this information, along with that, is ABC user metadata. That is the first name, your last name, your email ID and status, all this information you're passing. So once you pass this information right, your connector is built up. So your connector is ready and this user is also ready and we need to give access to this particular application. So how we are going to give access right? So the process is, we have to, create a WS retrieval, so WS retry job is there right now. We have to create an instance of this job. Let's say, I'll create a new job. I'll say DV provisioning. I can do this or directly I can run the job without scheduling it. So if you're creating a job inside that means you're scheduling your job so time to time, automatically this job will run and it will face whoever user is coming. And so now we are just directly running this WS retry job. So if you go this WS retry job and choose provisioning type equal to new account, that means I'm trying to process a new account of this ABC user so that the ABC user will get created here. So once I run this job right, this new account type right, I have to mention that what type of job I'm running. What is the connection name? So this connection will have a name here, right? Let's say DV provisioning. I'm giving the name. So I have to mention, boss, go and pick the DV provisioning. So DV provision when it try to process it right. It will see. When I submitted a request, there will be a pass generated for this user. Right. The task name C. Let's say 1, 2, 3. So how this task gonna generate it, right? So this ABC application this XYZ application, when this ABC user will try to request for this XYZ application. Right. So real time how it happen. User need to submit a request to get any application. That is one thing, and I told you another scenario where this ABC user automatically get to access like Outlook application like time state. So that is a different scenario, but some application will be there that you have to place a request to access that application. So when this ABC user will submit a request to access this XYZ application,